It's the April of 2023, and me and my friend came up with an idea to what seemed like at the time to be amazing. What me and my friend were planning to do was to go drinking at this one park. And keep in mind, when I was 15, I had never really done any of that stuff before. Maybe I'd done it once before, so I was so excited. I was gonna drink any opportunity I got. But we had one problem. We had no way and no solution of actually getting this alcohol. We could have asked a stranger to get it for us, but we were too pussy to do that at the time. We could have went in acting like we're 18, but we were 15, so that wouldn't have never worked. So what I ended up doing is actually just taking a bottle of whiskey from my own house. And so I sent a picture to the bro, and then we're golden. We're so excited for this time. We're so excited. We're gonna do this tomorrow. So the day comes. And this was me before knowing what the effects of alcohol actually did to you, how bad it was for you. So the very next day, me and my friend got on bikes, go to the nearest park, and then we whip out this massive bottle of whiskey. So we go up to the nearest hill, crack open a bottle, pour it into cans, and get drinking. And I remember to this day, it is probably the most disgusting drink I've ever tried in my life. But me and my friend didn't care, we just kept on drinking it. And the main reason I was doing this, because at that time, when I was 15, like most young men, I lacked purpose. I lacked a sense of meaning. You know, I was sort of on self-improvement, but I wasn't really fulfilled doing the stuff I was doing. I was going to the gym, you know, I was reading a bit, but I never really felt fulfilled, and I felt quite lonely some of the time. And so this was a way of sort of escaping that reality, right? This is a way of avoiding that fulfillment, trying to fill it with a substance. So we're drinking this bottle, and so we keep on drinking, and then we keep on drinking, and then we keep on drinking. And keep in mind, this is like a 700 milliliter bottle. And slowly but surely, the effects start to come in. And I don't know if it was because I had a higher tolerance than this friend, or he drank more than me, but he was definitely feeling the effects more than me. He was tumbling and turning everywhere. I was falling on the floor. You know, I could actually stand upright. He couldn't. And it got to the point where my friend, let's call him John, was falling around everywhere. He was slipping and sliding on grass. He was nearly hitting his head on the trees. And it gets so bad to the point where John says, "I think I'm gonna die." And at this point, bro, I'm freaking out. I do not know what to do. We have our bikes, which we cannot ride on to get home because we were out of it. And I couldn't take this guy anywhere. We were in the middle of a park. I couldn't get him on a sofa. I couldn't get him in a bed. You know, there was people walking past us. I did not know what to do. And keep in mind, this is one of my first times as well. And it gets even worse to the point where he says, I should call his parents. And that was the last thing I wanted to do, because I knew what that would lead to. I knew that would lead to my family finding out. I know that would lead to his family finding out. I know that would lead to loads of trouble. I did not want to do that. I tried to find every possible way to get this guy on his bike and back home, but it was not happening. And keep in mind, I'm out of it as well. So I got so bad mentally that I actually was worried for this guy's health, right? Because I still had an ounce of logic in me. So I go on his phone, and I have no other choice. I have to call his parents, right? And in the end, they were actually pretty cool about it. You know, they didn't end up telling my parents, thankfully. And they weren't really mad at my mate John. They were just kind of disappointed, so he got ground for a week or two. But the worst part I felt about this story is the shame and guilt I felt after, because I was trying to fill this void within myself, this lack of purpose, this lack of meaning from drinking, from doing all that stuff. But the thing is, it won't fill that void. It may fix it temporarily for like, I don't know, a couple of hours or two, but it won't fit it. And that was when I learned that I had to get some type of purpose, some type of meaning I could work towards every day to actually make a difference on the world, instead of doing stuff like this to just try and escape reality. But if you have to have a drink sometimes, make sure you're not just doing it to escape reality, to escape that lack of purpose. Make sure it's in a social situation where you could actually make memories with whoever you're doing it with. Don't just do it to fill this void within yourself like I did, because it's not healthy and it leads to nowhere. But if you're to get anything from this video, it should be that to not use sources of pleasure, like using substances or playing video games, to replace a lack of purpose. Actually find that purpose first, and then maybe you can enjoy these activities on the side, because nothing will fill that void inside you, that void of loneliness, that void of lack of meaning, like your purpose will. Like, it just won't. And if you don't have your purpose, you need to find it, whether that's your studies at the moment, whether it's starting a business, making a YouTube channel, whatever it is, try loads of things until you find it. It's usually the thing that your emotions resonate with a lot. And bro, if you find this one thing, then watch your life improve for the best forever, because it did for mine. But yeah, that's me today. Hopefully you got something from this video. Hopefully you'll go out there and find your purpose now. Or maybe you already have it, and this is just a reminder to you to actually work towards it every day. See ya.